Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I initially was not going to rise today to speak, but hearing some of the things I've just heard, that there's not a budget in place, I feel compelled to get up and remind those who are in denial and who said we've not completed our work and we should come back and do so. That's exactly what we are doing. On December 8th, this House passed a budget that increases spending for pre-K through 12 education by $400 million. Record level spending. On December 23rd, the Senate passed that same bill. That's exactly what the governor had asked for in the framework budget, a $400 million increase. That's what was delivered. The non-preferreds that we're going to vote on today are exactly what was in the framework budget that folks are so anxious to vote for. If the 30.3 budget that we passed is unbalanced, I would say that a $30.8 billion budget is insane. And I've heard again and again that the revenue was in place to do that. I would like one person in this chamber to get up and tell me what the revenue plan is for the framework $30.8 billion budget that's agreed to. Tell me what that revenue plan is. What tax have you agreed to increase? And there's agreement in the framework budget for. I continue to hear that. I've never seen it. All I do is hear about it. Somebody get up and tell me what that is and what you have the votes for and that the Senate has the votes for that same plan. I've not seen it. To my understanding, it does not exist. We have the revenue to support these appropriations to these fine institutions, and we should do so. There's no reason to not do so. This is what was in the framework agreement, a 5% increase. It doesn't matter whether we vote it now. It doesn't matter whether we voted it a month ago. It doesn't matter whether we vote it 2 months from now, other than the students and those institutions will suffer. There's only one individual in Harrisburg responsible for the 55% cut to education, and that is the governor. We increased by $400 million, and he cut it by 55% himself. This is the time to vote these bills. It's time to complete our work and send a fiscal code. There's a budget in place. And we do have a revenue plan to support the $30.26 billion budget, and we're ready to execute that plan when the governor is ready to accept that budget, or we have the votes in this chamber to put those line items back the way they were in the 30.3 budget. I urge you to vote today for these non-preferreds and put these institutions where they're going to be, no matter how this discussion turns out. Thank you very much.